students, today we shall begin a new chapter, that is chapter 12. The name of the chapter is A Robin Runs Away to the Wood. So, long ago, when King Henry ruled England, there lived a band of outlaws in the Sherwood forest. So, what's the meaning of outlaw? Do you know what is the meaning of outlaw? Who is an outlaw? One who is punished and does not get the protection of law is called an outlaw. Who is an outlaw? An outlaw is a person, one who is punished and doesn't get the protection of the law is called an outlaw. Okay. So, in the Sherwood forest, there lived an outlaw named Robin Hood. So, Robin Hood, who was he? He was an outlaw. What's the meaning of outlaw? Outlaw means one who is punished and doesn't get protection of law is called outlaw. Okay. So, Robin Hood also was an outlaw. So, he was the head of outlaws. He helped the poor, but the rich men and the sheriff hated him. He was also an outlaw, but he helped the poor. But who hated him? The rich people and also the sheriff hated him. He was a bold and adventurous young man. He was very good at shooting and also had many other skills. So he was also very talented person. He was good at shooting and also very adventurous young man. Okay. So before becoming an outlaw, he lived with his uncle. So with whom he was living before becoming an outlaw, he was living with his uncle. That time, the sheriff of Nottingham held a great shooting match. Robin was 18 years old then. The sheriff declared a big prize for the best shooter. The sheriff's men spread the news everywhere, in the cities as well as in the countryside. So, what did they declare? What did the sheriff and his men declared? They told that declared a big prize for the best shooter. A shooting match they kept. So, a shooting match the sheriff and his men kept, and also they declared a very good prize for the winner. And also, who was a good shooter? The Robin Hood also was a very good shooter. So, the sheriff's men spread the news everywhere, in the cities as well as the countryside. So the men declared the good news everywhere, the countryside as well as the cities. So what they declared, that those people who are good at shooting are welcome for the shooting match. That is the announcement which they spread. Who spread? The sheriff's men and the sheriff and his men. When Robin heard about this, he wanted to go. He said to his uncle, "Uncle, I would like to get in that match. Do you think I would have a chance?" "Why not?" said his uncle. "You are very young, but you are a good shot. Try it." Why? The uncle encouraged him. What did he told? Yes, you are very good and you are also very young and a very good shooter. You can go and participate in the match. "I'll do it," said Robin. He took his bow along with the best arrows. Then he set out. Set out means started for the shooting match. Nottingham lay just on the other side of the Sherwood forest. So he decided to cross the woods. While walking, Robin Hood came across a group of men. They were eating and drinking under the oak tree. They were the king's woodsmen. So when the Robin Hood was going to participate in the match, while he was walking through the forest, he saw a few men were sitting under the oak tree and eating and chatting and enjoying. So who were they? They were the king's woodsmen. That time, the Sherwood forest was guarded by the king's men. Nobody was allowed to shoot an animal in the forest. If anybody did so, he lost his head. So what was the condition at that time? At that time, Sherwood forest was guarded by the king's men. The men were guarded by the forest was guarded by the men. So nobody was allowed to shoot any animal in the forest. And if anybody done it, so the punishment, what was the punishment? He should lose his head. Look, who is there? Said one of the men. Isn't he a pretty boy? And he's got his little bow and arrows. Robin Hood told them that he was going to the sheriff's shooting match. They laughed at Robin Hood. Do you think you can shoot with men? I'll bet you can't even pull that string back. So what did Robinson told to the men? He told that I am going to the Sherwood shooting to participate in the shooting match. So they laughed and teased him. Do you think you can shoot with men? I'll bet you that you can't pull that string back. Is that so? He also gave back the answer, said Robin. I can shoot as well as any one of you. Everybody laughed at him. So Robinson told that I can also shoot like any one of you. If you can bet, I can show you. So they laughed by hearing the way he said to them. So dear children, half of the lesson I have completed. This is an interesting story. We will be reading the lesson 12. Robin runs away to the wood. So this the chapter 13 also the continuation of the same chapter it is. So when you finish the 12th chapter, once we complete, we will understand what it is exactly, the story, how it is, the end part, how it is, and you will be going through the chapter once again, reading out and underlying the difficult words. There is not much difficult words here. You can also get some words from the here, word power. You will be going through that and writing down the word power which is given in the copy. Okay, set out. The meaning of set out is to start. Okay, turn up. Turn up means to arrive. Pierce, go through. Brag. Brag means boast. That's a few word meanings which are given here. So you will be writing it in your copy and learning it. Thank you students for listening.